Lavinia Milosevic out of the running for the all-around title because of her fall on the beam, but trying to gain some grounds on the competitors and finish respectively. And a look at the current standings. Shannon Miller followed by Larissa Fontaine and Gina Gauguin tied for second. So Milo looking to perhaps crack the top 5 if she can come up with a good floor exercise here. The same event she achieved a gold medal in Barcelona, so she's certainly capable of it.
A gold medal and a perfect 10 on this event in the Olympics in 1992.
Build the speed without leaning. Okay, you gotta build the speed. You've been trying to lean for rotation. Build the speed up. All right.
Care if she's the oldie of the Romanian team. She's just taught some of these youngsters the definition of real tumbling.
And never giving up.
Good job, all right.
You know, she's so good and so strong, but actually she has taken it down a notch even since the Olympic Games. But this, pretty neat. 3 whips, double full to a punch front. Very difficult stuff, but let's journey back to Barcelona and take a look at probably one of the most difficult tumbling runs ever performed. I remember watching this the first time, and my jaw was hanging down. I couldn't believe she did a punch front out of a whip to a full in. That is so hard.
And as the years go on, it's more difficult and more difficult to attain these moves with the age. And 9.85 for Milo, certainly an excellent score and certainly moves her up in the individual competition. Now, Donnie Thompson, again, the youngest woman on the American squad, just 13.
Stumble back there, out of bounds. That's a small deduction.
certain amount of showmanship in this sport, and Donnie Thompson seems to have really picked up on that. Loves the attention, tells us she loves the media attention and wants to be a star in the sport.
Dan, I love her style, huge potential. I think her case today was just a little bit too much adrenaline.
9.65 for Donnie Thompson.
You know, not a factor in the all-around here today, but as Elfie said, really huge potential on this young lady. She just has to clean her act up and maybe iron a few little mistakes out, and she'll be right in there.
And after 3 rotations, as expected, the Romanians in command in the team competition, and really, Elfie Schlegel, as expected, the young U.S. women having some problems, very inexperienced.
Well, let's remember, this is big time for them. This is the first major international senior event that they're at, and I guess making some unexpected mistakes. These are the type of mistakes you'd expect them to make their first time out.
And Tim, we've really got a 3-gymnast race in the individual competition. The American Shannon Miller and Larissa Fontaine against the Romanian Gina Gojen.
Really no surprise at all with Shannon Miller, but Larissa Fontaine, what a shocker. She's tied for second. Gina Gojen, though, she goes into her last event on vault. It's a really strong one. We got a race here.
We do indeed. The women's standings after 3 rotations. Shannon Miller leads the way, tied for second. Larissa Fontaine and Gina Gojen. Milo has moved up into 5th place. The team standings after 3 rotations, the Romanians lengthening their lead, but we'll see what happens in the all-around competition. Larissa Fontaine in the hunt. She has the floor exercise left for her final rotation, and tied for second with her, Gina Gojen. She has the vault. More gymnastics coming up. Surrounded by the Transylvanian Alps, the town of Deva is 8 hours by train from Bucharest, the capital of Romania. Once the breadbasket of Eastern Europe, this area is now home to the Romanian gymnastics team. Once a week, the team takes a break from the gym and training to spend a day together out on their farm.
Ca niște surori, adică cum suntem toate la un loc și așa ne simțim.
I feel like I am with many sisters. We are together all the time, and I feel better with them than if my own sister had come to see me.
They've been together, most of them, since they were 6 years old. These girls have come here from all over the country, hand-picked, just 14 of them. The training center, school, and housing are entirely financed by the Romanian government. They train twice a day, a total of 7 hours, and it's the kind of environment after a pressure-packed day of training. There is support that goes beyond teammates. They are friends.
I want to go with my friends in the Olympic Games in Atlanta, and I want to help my friends, to help the team to win.
We had a lot of fun talking to Andrea. She speaks the best English of anyone on the team, is the team's translator, and really is the ambassador of this team. She's the smallest one on the team at just 4 feet 10 inches. She'll turn 16 years old next month. Kokoven, the team translator, off the floor exercise.
Dan, you know, you're always looking at obedient gymnasts, but
You don't see that happen very
got a little bit of an argument going on there. Belus, forget it.
He's seen enough.
You know, this team was really counting on Andrea's floor routine. This was her second tumbling pass, one of the best ones. 3 whip-backs, shades of Kim Zemeskel. Back at the 92 Olympic Games, right through to a double twist. That was one of the more solid tumbling passes.
And awaiting the score, a 9.60 for Andrea Kokoven. And the standings entering the final rotation. Shannon Miller, Larissa Fontaine still tied with Gauguin. Milo still in 5th place. And now Larissa Fontaine, tied for 2nd after the 3 rotations. Her final event of the meet, the floor exercise. See the confidence building in Larissa Fontaine, 6th in the all-around of last year's U.S. Championships, had a taste of her first World Championship this past, and she has just gotten better and better.
She has certainly come on very strong. Today was her day. I'd say this was the meet of her life.
Love that floor routine, you know. So mature. She's such a show person out there. It's a great exercise. Love watching her compete.
And the score, a 9.8. She is our current leader.
You know, I've been screaming about this young lady for quite some time now. She really is a comer. She's something to watch.
Well, Larissa Fontaine may have the lead for now, but you can bet Shannon Miller has designs of overtaking Larissa in her final rotation. Gina Gauguin also very much in the picture. We'll have more from Worcester, Massachusetts. Welcome back to Worcester, Mass. The final event of the competition for 16-year-old Angela Gimpu, currently in 9th place, but a good routine here. We're perhaps set her up for a medal. Tremendous applause from the Centrum crowd for Angela Gimpu. She began gymnastics 11 years ago at age 5. And once again, her teammates offering her congratulations on an excellent floor exercise.
I don't know about you guys, I was awfully impressed with that floor routine. Tons and tons of difficulty.
And you see what Gauguin needs to beat Fontaine. Better than a 9.8.
Not totally out of the ballpark, though. She certainly is capable. Great vaulter. 2 vaults. First one, almost perfect. Wow. 1.5 twisting, laid out Yurchenko. The blind landing we've talked about over and over again. Almost a flawless landing. That was a great first vault.
Tim, I'm not quite sure she knew before this vault what she needed, but it was as if she did. 1.5 twists. This is very difficult. There's the blind landing. That was probably one of the best landings we've seen in this competition.
And the score for the first vault at 9.825. The second vault just as important.
Oh, but I gotta tell you, Dan, I don't know. 9.825. That is definitely harsh. That was a beautiful vault, very difficult.
It is a 3-way race. Shannon Miller waiting for Gina's final vault. Shannon still with a floor exercise left, and Larissa Fontaine wondering if she's done enough. Remember, they average the scores of the 2 vaults.
We'll see the same vault once again from Gina. The only mistake, maybe the slightest of hop on the landing.
Almost identical from the first vault. Again, maybe a very slight break on the landing, but really not much to cry about. That first vault was such a ripoff.
Shannon Miller saw it as she composes herself.
Build up in the hurdle, whip 1 and 2 inch, block it straight up, take your arms up, pull your arms up, straight full in, and stick. Strong in the leg, stick, okay? Clean.
The score for Gina, 9.775.
Too low, Dan, too low.
All right, the race for the gold when we come back as Gauguin is tied with Fontaine.
This is NBC's Sports World, and today it was brought to you by Budget Rent-A-Car. Now more than ever, the smart money is on budget. By Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Remember, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. And by Arid. Get a little closer with new Arid. Anti-perspirant protection so clear, it's invisible.
Shannon Miller needs a 9.551 to win. It seems that this title is within her grasp easily.
Well, certainly if she has any kind of a routine like she's capable of, it is. But I have to tell you, in training prior to the competition, she has struggled, and certainly she struggled the most here on the floor exercise.
It appears Shannon Miller has added yet another title to an unprecedented American resume.
Well, she may have struggled in practice, but this is where it counts in the competition, and she hit today.
Yeah, she's definitely a veteran. She knows when she has to do it, and she steps up and she performs.
And Larissa Fontaine knows as well, as she's tied for second place with Go Zhen, as we await the score for Shannon Miller. And a 9.90 for Miller. More than enough cushion. Gina Go Zhen finishes tied for second with Larissa Fontaine. The champion is with our Marianne Grabavoy.
Shannon, meet after meet after meet, you just keep doing it.
Well, I try to get ready really quick for this competition, and hopefully I'll be able to put in some more difficulty for the next one, but I'm really happy with what I did.
Where's it coming from? You're just so consistent.
I guess just a lot of training, repetition.
You had a stomach injury, a stomach muscle injury earlier in the year. Are the wins now more satisfying because of that? You're coming back from an injury?
Yeah, but I've been back from it for a while. It hasn't bothered me since before Worlds, so.
The question you're going to be tired of being asked, Atlanta, 1 meet at a time, what do you think?
Definitely I'm taking it 1 meet at a time, but I also have that in my head, in the back of my head for, you know, definitely competing there. I really want to make the team.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
So Shannon Miller holds off Larissa Fontaine and Gina Go Zhen for the women's all-around title. Anna Maria Bican finishes fourth and Milo finishes fifth. And Romania easily wins the team competition, and since 1972 the U.S. women have beaten the Romanian women just once. That was at the '91 Worlds. The other big story today, the emergence of Larissa Fontaine. She's with our own Marianne Grabavoy.
Larissa, the pride and the surprise of Deerfield, Illinois. How'd you do this? It was great.
I just really had a really solid all-around meet. I was really excited.
Very consistent all day long.
Yeah, it's one of the first big meets where I've really been able to go out and hit all my routines.
Has Larissa Fontaine's time finally come?
I don't know. I just want to keep on going out and hitting my routines.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For Tim Daggett, Elfie Schlegel, and Marianne Grabavoy, I'm Dan Hicks saying so long from Worcester, Massachusetts.
Call 1